Fey Realm can encompass a daunting variety of supernatural themes, from fun-loving whimsy to straight-up grim dark horror. It's a wonderful setting for RPGs, as many traditional Fey stories don't feature protagonists who can do much fighting back. There's little point in exploring this fantastical realm without meaningful encounters. Hey everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. With this video, we're going to look at Fey Encounters, a monster supplement for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, designed by Travis Gray. It's due out next January and currently seeking funding on Kickstarter. This preview video has been sponsored by the publisher. Fey Encounters is a collection of 60 encounters specifically tailored to the Fey realm, which is also where the latest published 5e campaign book, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, takes place. Now, I was mostly positive in my review of Witchlight's unique setting and memorable characters, while bemoaning that it's far shorter than other comparable 5e adventures. Hence, an encounter book would be just what the hag ordered. The Kickstarter page for Fey Encounters promises a variety of exploration, combat, and social encounters, each of which is fully scalable for multiple tiers of play. Now, it's important to identify what an encounter is, as I suspect different folks have different definitions or ideas. An encounter is an event that happens between locations. Now, it can be as simple as a bunch of random enemies attacking the party, or the party could witness different scenes or scenarios that help build the DM's world or story. So in the case of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, each of the 3 divided realms of Prismeer has 8 random encounters, including a Cyclops beekeeper searching for his prize queen bee, a dying grandfather tree being attacked by redcaps, or signs of the dreaded Jabberwock. These encounters work best as memorable, fun events that help draw you into the region, rather than necessarily just random stopgaps that drag the action down. The Kickstarter page offers a free 5-page sample of the final product, which is primarily what we are going to be looking at in this video. Switch over to the sampler. So the sampler includes 3 encounters that each take up a page and include artwork, stat blocks, and encounter scaling sidebars. The first is Fire Walks with Thee, a forest encounter that begins with the telltale signs of a huge, although the text says gargantuan. You gotta be very careful about your size, by the way, because all the sizes do have actual mechanical meanings in D&D. An elemental treant is suffering from a curse. This is manifested by a barbed wire wrapped around its leg, kind of the classic, thorn in the lion's paw thing. It's causing it great pain and forcing it to be on the move and just creating a path of destruction as it journeys through the land. The party can speak with the treant to learn of its plight, although the creature won't stand still very long. They could cast a spell that could heal it, such as Greater Restoration, or they could try and get their hands dirty with a strength check to try and remove the wire. And if all else fails, they could just choose to battle the CR11 creature. Scaling options include heavily hinting to Tier 1 and 2 parties that violence against such a powerful being probably already isn't advised. Now, already in one encounter, we have 3 pillars, all 3 pillars of D&D present, right? Exploration, in the form of seeing the destruction and tracking it to the creature. Role-playing, and you can speak to the treant to learn about its problems. And combat, because you could fight the damn thing if you wanted to, which is a new treant stat block that possesses a devastatingly powerful ranged fire attack. Another encounter is Field of Broken Things, which is a social encounter with a bit of exploration as the party comes across a field of discarded objects. So I'm picturing like that big trash heap that's near the end of Labyrinth, or that fading memory pit area from the Pixar Inside Out movie. A boggart named Mender is obsessively fixing and repairing objects, and if the party chooses to help him, they are rewarded with a magic bell that can cast hideous laughter once per day. On the other end of the spectrum, the third encounter is the Feymire Serpent, which is a fairly straightforward combat encounter, but has a unique snake-like plant creature who's got these plant root tails that can cause the ground around it to restrain enemies, which would be perfect for an ambush in some kind of swampy or very, foresty type setting. And the scaling include more of these creatures and even up their hit points if you want to go all the way up to tier 4. The final product will include over 75 pages of content, including new monsters, magic items, and big art pieces by Fat Goblin Games and Beto Lima, as well as digital battle maps by Christian Zoish. Now, that last name you should definitely recognize if you've watched some of my other reviews, as I'm a huge fan of their encounter maps. The Kickstarter page also offers DM-less encounter cards designed for solo play. Each of these encounters is printed on a double-sided playing card with the scene on one side and your choices that you can make on the other. I've never played D&D like this, but I do love solo board gaming, so I think that's a really fun idea. And also, just having the cards, having the encounters as printable cards is just kind of spiffy. Since this is a Kickstarter product, let's look at the different tiers, as they are actually a bunch here. So the currency is in US dollars. That's what I'll use. $15 gives you the digital PDF of Fey Encounters, while $20 gets you the PDF and the hardcover book. Now, if you're new to Kickstarter, tier pricing typically doesn't include shipping, and this one is no exception. For $25, you can get the digital PDF and solo encounter cards. $30 includes tokens and the battle maps for virtual tabletops, like yours truly uses. $35 will get you the printable paper minis, while the all-in pledges of $40 and $50 gets you basically all of the above in either digital or physical formats. I'm generally a big fan of third-party encounter books because they're highly desired and they're easiest to use for every DM and campaign. Fey Encounters should make an excellent supplement to enhance your Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, or any campaign that features adventuring in the Feywild. Kickstarter campaign ends December 22nd. Thanks for watching.